Yeah, Josh, I feel you, buddy. Uh, it should be Wednesday, but I'm not sure if it truly is Wednesday. Hello, Raven Shadow Vapes. Ooh, Thick Nick. The thickest of Nicks. Appreciate you being on, brother. Yeah, same here. It's my Thursday, then I gotta work Thursday night into Friday morning, and then I am off for Friday night. But it's a long way away. Vapor of pods and dripper of liquids. Right on. Oh, snap. See, Tenacious has graced us with his presence. Tenacious channel found you. I like that. Always lurking in the shadows on the desk. Josh, it's way too early for you getting that deep, bro.
There's the bear. They call him Daddy.
Hello. Yeah, having some fun with chat. I don't know why I've never really done it before, but I'm doing it and all that kind of jazz. Welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. It is the middle of the week for most people. For others, as me and Josh were having our conversation, it is just the randomness of overnight work. Mr. Thicknick, you need a fancy intro? We can make it fancy for you. Oh yeah, for sure. Keynes. Yeah, speaking of Keynes. That sucker right there with the Asgard. But we'll get to that later. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's week is going very well. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Not gonna lie, as I said on Vaping with the Ohmies, I've been kind of just taking a break from all the reviewing and all that kind of thing. Just kind of just feeling a little burnt out. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see if I make it quick or if I get ranty. We'll see. I mean, it's just one of those things. We didn't even record Wolf Bite this week, just to put that out there. I was just like, bro, not doing it, not having it. Didn't, like, that's what I'm saying. It's just been a very strange week for me. Yeah, I feel it, Josh. I overnight because I don't like people either. That and at least in the line of work I'm in currently, there is no such thing as a set schedule if you try to work during the day. And I like set schedules. I like structure to a point or another. Like I tried the whole day side thing for a while, and they kept scheduling me like morning shifts, mids, and then the whole turn and burn and all that kind of crap, and I just didn't care for it. I was like, stick me on the overnight team, because they go in at 10, go out at 6 every day, full on clockwork. But yeah, 808 Wrecking Ghosts, how you doing? How are things treating you? I feel like it's been more than a week since the last time I did anything here on my channel. Like, I know I did some stuff last week, and I even jumped on Lethal's live for a little bit and all that kind of jazz, but I really just do not remember. Like, it feels like it's been longer. It's been a long week, sort of, I guess. Yeah, dude, trust me, I get the whole normalcy thing. Sorry, I have the chat on this screen, so I keep looking over this way, so I apologize. Alrighty. So yeah, let's jump into some what I've been vaping. Let's see, bam. Alrighty, so what I've been vaping. As you guys saw a minute ago, I got the Keen Asgard 30 mil. Yeah, that thing is gnarly. It is insane. And that drip tip is beyond uncomfortable. Just spoilers on the review. And in that, I have Turkish Maize, which I think I'm like about halfway through that bottle already, which makes me sad, but whatever. It is what it is. Not gonna lie, Stan, Asgard was meant for this guy. I just like how it looks all sleek. Now, if I could get the key to be black, that just would make an amazing time for me. So, still gotta figure that out and get that coated. Or you guys can head over to lucidrda.com. Is that what the website's still called? Yeah, lucidrda.com, and you could get a black copper coated, or a copper coated black, or whatever it's called. Either way, you could get it in black. I just kind of jumped the gun and didn't realize, hey, maybe there'll be a black one coming out at some point. You might want to wait. I was like, nope, we're getting it. Alrighty, what else? Let me see. I got this guy right here. This is the Ferris RDTA from Wotofo. Top of the Warlock's Guardian, because it is Warlock Wednesday. And in that, I have Blast Off from the Fountain. And when it comes to this, I don't know. Still kind of trying to make my mind up about it. Not too wild about the color, but then again, rainbow ain't my thing. And this was just given to me by a friend, and I can't complain, honestly. That's really what it turns into. Just kind of glad I get a chance at trying it out, because I've been wanting to try it out since it came out. I'll be honest, I love the Fountain. It's a great juice. It's amazing. But I've been doing more like sugar-free things and such. Like, I actually drink Coke with stevia in it, which is a lot less sweeter in its own weird way. And it's one of those really weird things where like a lot of things are starting to taste more and more sweeter as I progress with this whole situation. Like I can drink normal Coca-Cola, but it's like kind of like to a point where I can't tolerate it anymore, and I just kind of power through it a little bit just because I like Coca-Cola that much. But I don't know. It's like one of those weird ones. Here we're gonna make Stan happy. I got the Red Dreamer, the what is this? The Reckoning RDA. I think that's a Half Moon Mods drip tip. And on top in that, I got from Brewed Awakenings the apple cider. I'm still like really debating these labels. I'm not sure how I feel about them. They're a little bit cartoony, but at the same time, it seems a little bit appropriate. There you go. Some coil killers. Yeah. But either way, this is pretty good. I mean, if you guys have ever had like a warm cider or like a hot toddy, if you know what that is, it's pretty spot on. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. Really good. And that's going dry. All right. So that was almost a full dry hit. That was awesome. Yeah, like I was saying, the juice pretty good. I'm liking it. It's pretty good. I also have the as Mr. Me and Mr. Garrity were talking about it yesterday, Mr. Thick Nick, the chai tea, Brewed Awakening chai tea. That one's really good. It's more on the creamier side as far as chais go, but it reminds me like if you were to get like horchata and chai and mix those together. 10% super sweet e-liquid. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, that's so much better. Alrighty. Alright, so with that all being said, let's keep this ball rolling and let's move into some beer. Alright, so what's up, Josh Rhodes? How you doing, buddy? Hopefully everything's going well for you today on this fine Wednesday. Alright, so this is one I've never had before. This one is called Reasonably Corrupt. It's a black lager. And it's from Great Raft Brewing. We'll see how this goes. Like I said a while ago, I asked my buddy, I was like, hey, just set me up with some beers. And he got me a good 6-pack going. So this one, let's see, it's 5.5% by volume, which works really well for me right now because I haven't eaten anything yet. 30 IBUs, robust, smooth, light body. Don't let the darkness fool you. Drink real beer. Fluid 12 ounces. And yeah, that's pretty much all the description. It's from Shreveport, Louisiana. Oh, you guys don't know the Ohm.My Thick Nick stories. If you guys knew. Alrighty. Let's just put it at to the point of Ohm.My OC loves his nicks. Alright, so let's give this thing a pour here. It's got a very Coca-Cola-like color. It's very caramely, I guess. I don't know. Managed to pour it to where I actually had a little bit of head. It's nice and dark. Yeah. Trying to put it up to the light and see if it gets any color going here. Let's see. Stupid light test. Yeah, look at that. It does not go through at all. Oh my god, I just had like an idea, Nick. Death Wish e-liquid. We need to talk to Angela and get on it. Killer Coil Death Wish e-liquid. Alright, so let's go for the... Let's see. Drink through the head like a man. Fuck yeah, dude. Who's in Indiana? Alright. That's at Louisiana. Probably that's what it was. I mumble, dude, and I stumble through my words. I've been, I like watching TV with closed captioning. It's a weird habit of mine. My wife hates it, but I like doing it. And I've been doing it on YouTube and watching YouTubers. What they're saying versus what the closed captioning thinks you're saying is about one of the funniest things ever. And it gets even worse in my own videos because I mumble and stumble and I rush through words quite a bit, to where if you actually watch my videos with closed captioning, half of what I'm saying isn't what the thing thinks I'm saying. It's amazing. All right, I don't know. This reminds me of the smell reminds me of a stout, like that chocolatiness in a stout. I guess I don't know. Maybe the colors did like the colors like tricking my brain. I don't know. All right, let's just go in for a drink. All right, yeah, that is like a full lager. That is crazy. It looks like a stout, tastes like a lager. Felt like some of like different lagers, and this is just like, yeah, this is weird. Very light on the hops. Like it has kind of like a bit of an IPA taste to it, but like a very light IPA. Like I mean, ridiculously light. Oh, dude. Okay, Nick, we need to find the Death Wish Milk Stout, or if you can get them for me, I'd be so down. A Nitro Stout. Dude, Nitro Stouts are awesome. No, didn't Angela say a while back that they did a whatchamacallit, like a Death Wish vodka or something like that? You'd be so gassy. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know. That is a full lager, so I don't know. Let's try with some Turkish maize and see how this goes. I don't know where to go with this, and I feel like I have like many routes I can take. So let's give this a shot. All right, there's like dude, trust me, I love beer too. I don't drink as much as I used to, which is nice, but I have like my weekly beer here with you guys, so it's one of those things that's another a great way of me creating content and actually doing a little bit of drinking. So, you know, it works out. Hello, Mrs. Clownette. Okay, yeah, was the vodka, Awesome. Uh so yeah, back to the beer. Yeah, there I don't know. I think my mind's playing tricks on me because it looks like a stout, and I'm trying to like I'm thinking stout looking at this, and that tasted fine. It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. Let's see. I'm gonna try this guy right here. In here, I just have the regular Turkish blend. So we're gonna go through some Turkish stuff here. See how that goes. Okay, see, that wasn't as good. The Turkish maize was a lot better. It did bring out more like a chocolatey kind of taste to it. And yeah, not too bad. Hooray for day drinking. Yeah, because it's like, well, it's 3 o'clock. When I used to do the vlog pre-recorded, I used to record that around like 11 in the morning, and I would still do a beer segment, and it was the funniest thing trying to like day drink at 11 in the morning. Because at some point you kind of like feel like an alcoholic and you're not sure. And then you just tell yourself, well, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. All right. So then I'm going to give the Brewed Awakening Chai Tea a shot and see how that goes. Let's see. Okay, that was not bad. It toned down a lot of it, and it just tasted like a straight up beer. There's like the e-liquid is kind of like sticking around a little bit more. It's really weird. Good, but weird. I wouldn't say it's like terrible, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. Wonder if chocolate flavor would pair maybe with or chocolate raspberry. Maybe. I think so. I just don't have anything chocolate on me right now. Or chocolate raspberry for that fact. Black ales and porters if you're into those as well. Dude, I love porters. I actually like porters. And black ales, I don't think I've had any. But yeah, that'd be something I'd give a shot. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's one of those weird things like for like overnight shift when you're getting off of work and things like that. You're more or less on a different schedule than everybody else. Like me at work, we have our lunch break around 2 a.m. If that puts anything in perspective. So we're kind of expected to eat at 2 in the morning. DIY Down Under, how are you doing? Yeah, it's 6:15 a.m. Yeah, trust me, I know. I talked to Labworks and he's all like, "Bro, it's too early to be loud." I always love the whole hanging out with the Australian crowd. You guys are amazing. Alrighty, let's see. What's up, Texas Cloud Town? Dude, your name is like a tongue twister almost. Seriously. Oh, yeah. Nice hat. Thank you. I appreciate you picking this up for me because I know we left early. And then I was like, oh, shit. I wanted a hat from Immortal and a Hexom hat because my Hexom hat I've had for like 2 years now. And it doesn't hold its shape all that well anymore. If you actually watch the videos where I'm wearing my black and red Hexom hat, this part right here is like completely just obliterated. Still, I appreciate you picking this up for me, bro. And then Nick and Angela for driving it up for me and all that kind of jazz. So, yeah, just amazing friends. Again, Houston was a great time. Getting there kind of ruined the weekend for us, for lack of a better term. And it just kind of like put us not in a expo showcase kind of mood. But other than that, we had a great time. Stan, you need to post the video or let us watch it. I really want to relive that whole situation we did at the Stooge House. By the way, the Stooge House was a shithole. Oh, man. I don't know. Let me see. I actually got one more thing here. Espresso cannoli. Let's see how this goes. How my wicks looking? What up, Addy Tooney? Dropping them advocacy links. Seriously. Go to the links, please. Just go do your part. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah, Turkish Maze won that one. I'll say that much. Turkish Maze won that one. If you guys want to pair it up with something, try out Turkish Maze. And I guess I had a good beer time there because, I mean, most of it is gone. Oh, what did I miss? Let me see. Bogan drinks early in the morning. I've seen him on Jay Hayes' live streams. Yes, and then DIY Down Under says Bogan has a steel kidney. Oh, that's awesome. Glad to see everybody, man. You guys really make this show a lot more fun. Like doing this pre-recorded made it a lot. It did start getting a little stale and a little just forced. And then a friend of mine suggested that, like, hey, why don't you do them live? And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be honest, Josh, Yig is not my thing, bro. I actually have a bottle in my bookshelf back here, and I tried it, and it's not for me. At least that bottle, I don't know what's up with it, but it was very and my wife didn't like it. I let her try it because it was a zero nic, and maybe the nicotine kind of affects it a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Yig was just not for me. Maybe because it was a zero nic. I don't know. I know like nicotine does play a little bit into the flavor of e-liquids and things like that when steeped and yada yada yada. But I just didn't. I don't know. Just, or maybe it's the device I had it in. I'll give it another. Josh, for you, bro, I'll rewick something and give it another try. Put it in an atomizer I actually like, and we'll give it a try. We'll give it a second try and see how that goes. Cause otherwise, it's just like, eh. But yes, lives. This is so much more fun. I get to interact with you guys and hang out and chat, and the time flies by. Like seriously, last week's episode, I do remember. Like I looking down at my clock and I was like, holy crap, I really need to wrap this up already. And I like getting ranty and all that kind of thing, and it's fun reading your guys' comments while I'm getting ranty. But it is one of those weird things of like, I was like, well, I bet that, but sure. I will say, which one was the lemon? No, the cranberry cookie. I think that's what it was, like a cranberry sugar cookie that Grim did. It was for the Grim signature line. That one was good. I think it was either Vlog Day or Bro Trip. One of those two. That one I liked, and I want to revisit it. And it's been a couple of years because I remember I got that when he first released it back in 2016. So I do want to give it another shot and see how I feel about it years later. But so yeah, 3 milligram Yig is life. Like I said, I'll give it another try, but we'll see. Vlog Day. Okay, it was Vlog Day. Those were good. That one was good. The lemon one was a little bit underwhelming. I felt like it was a little light on the lemon part. And this is before even the DIY stuff, honestly. Bro Trip is the cherry limeade. Okay, so there was Bro Trip, Vlog Day. What was the other one? God, now it's going to eat me up inside until I figure it out. And I do not want to try to look it up. I like how Addy Tooney like drops everybody's names all at once saying hi. That's always awesome. Normal View. Okay, Normal View was the other one. God, how can I not remember that? It's been a while. It's been too long. Even though it's only been 3 years, but a lot happens in that short amount of time. Shit, I've gotten married in that short amount of time. Caramel Corpse. That was another one I've been wanting to try. Addy Tooney DIY Down Under. We need to talk about maybe getting together for some Let's Talk DIY, either separately or together. That'd be cool. I don't care which way, but we need to get something together. Alrighty, so let's see. Yeah, let's do some news and advocacy and all that kind of jazz. Alrighty, so as always, as I always say every episode, please do something for yourselves. Do not wait for great groups like CASA, Not Blowing Smoke, to do something for you. Do something for yourself. You are your best advocate. You are your best activist. If anything, try to keep up with local news and look at whatever is going on around you. Whether you believe it or not, this will affect you. As as we talked about it on the Ohmies this past Monday, as Mr. Sean Typhon said, that Mr. Shane Oakley had said that just because it's not happening to you today doesn't mean it won't happen to you tomorrow. And I mean, shit, Texas is about one of the most like laid back states when it comes to vaping. There really haven't been that many things. There's been like the whole push on T21, which it ended up going through. And I think as of September, we are T21. But that's one of those things of like, they get that step. What's to say tomorrow they're not going to try to do stupid flavor bans or vaping bans like in San Francisco. A lot of this shit needs to just actually go. You know, you actually have to be aware and try to be more in tune with your community and what's going on. Let me see. Wait, Addy Tuna uses pipettes for mixing? I did not know that. That is funny. Dude, I never tried the pipettes because I didn't like them. I like the syringes more. I used to do mix by volume. And then eventually I just came to the fold and was like, yeah, I need to just get a scale. I just got to quit pussyfooting around it. The scale method is awesome. That's what I always tell people. If you're going to start DIYing, just get a scale. They're cheap anyways. You could get one for like $13 on Amazon. They're not that expensive. Alrighty. So let's see. News. What was I looking at? Okay. So this one is from Vape On Magazine. NHS National Health Services promote vaping to smokers by Angela Garrity on Vape On Magazine. Let me see. Sunderland Echo reports that National Health Service will promote vaping to smokers while the U.S. continues to deal with overregulation, taxation, minimum age increase to purchase, and bans in some areas. Northeast Health care professionals in the UK will recommend vaping to their patients as an alternative to smoking. Dr. Tony Benson, clinical lead for the Northern Cancer Alliance, said, with e-cigarettes, there is no smoke, no tar, and no carbon monoxide. E-cigarettes are now proving more popular, and it's important we get across to patients the short-term and long-term health benefits of quitting smoking tobacco. So yeah, and it's one of those weird things. I just don't get, like, how here in the States, well, I get it. I do. It's one of those weird things. I like to say I don't get it, but I know why and the reasonings behind all this shit, and it's really frustrating and annoying. And it just boils down to money and who's getting paid and who's getting what. But in the long run, you know, we, the people, are losing out on this fact. We are getting fucked. We have bent over and we have been just fully taken by force. No, because it all comes down to the bottom dollar on who's getting paid. You know, we're made to be looked at as this ultimate evil, and it just one of those things of like, we're just people trying to find a healthier alternative to a bad habit we started at a very young age due to just stupid circumstances. I mean, it's one of those weird things. I think I've said it before, but when my daughter first started school, I think she was like in first grade, maybe second. She looked at me and said, "Daddy, the teacher told me that smoking is a drug." And I'm like, "Well, technically, yes, I'll give you that, I guess." And then she looked at me like dead in the eye and said, "Then why did you start?" I was like, "Because I made stupid mistakes as a kid, and I'm kind of just stuck in it, and I'm trying to find a way to quit." Because I've actually quit cold turkey about 2 to 3 times in my lifetime, and vaping was the first thing that I actually took. And it's one of those things that, like, I started at high milligram. I was like, I think 24 milligram nicotine freebase, and like shitty ego tanks and like evods and all that kind of thing. And then I managed to work my way down to 3. And even then, like right now I'm vaping Krango from Transistor, and if you look at that label right there, that is a 0, and I'm actually finding that enjoyable. Like, I don't see myself wholly quitting vaping, but I am finding a 0 enjoyable. It's one of those things, like, it doesn't bother me that there's no nicotine in it. And I've been actually vaping zeros here and there, and just turns into one of those things, you know. Hello, Mr. Swaggins. How are you? If you guys haven't checked it out yet, head on over to the Vapor Swaggins YouTube channel and check out his Would You Look at That series. It's an amazing series. I love it. They're short, sweet, and straight to the point, and just amazing content. Seriously, go sub the guy. He's an awesome dude. He's one of my Ohmies brothers. And like, seriously, I I'm glad that we crossed paths and that we're friends, we're brothers. I mean, when we were down in Houston, I was even telling James this past Monday, we kept finding like weird moments where it was just the Ohmies. Like, I know it was just Corey, me, and Swags hanging out, but like we had moments where it was just us and we would talk about random things in life, YouTube, vaping stuff, but we just kept finding ourselves in those weird situations where it was just us hanging out. So, and it's one of those weird things of like, we've actually created this little brotherhood, and I'm just very happy to have that in my life. Alrighty, got all sappy for a second there. I apologize. Let me see. I saw one study that concluded that cold turkey method is less than 1% successful after 12 months. Exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, with cold turkey, the problem with that is that like, the further along we go into smoking and things like that, you kind of use it as a crutch whenever it comes to stress. When it comes to like social events, you just want to have something to do with your hands. I mean, a lot of us just like something to do. I mean, right now, from what I know, I have 5 DIYers in the group. These are all, like, for the most part, we are all people that like to mess with shit. We like to play with things, and we just don't know how to keep still enough to just do things. And I know Texas Cloudtown is on his way to DIY, and I sent you that list, bro. Check your Discord. Seriously, I quit smoking cold turkey for 2 years, and then just life events started taking over, and shit went, like, it hit the fan, and then it went all over the walls. And I went back to smoking because it kept me calm. It kept me just a little bit more level-headed. And it just turns into one of those things. You see, I did 2.5 years and a 12 cold turkey stint, but I'm headstrong. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things. Captain Crimson. I forgot about that. Oh, God. Yeah, he is Captain Crimson. Dude, Texas. I know you already have all your channel stuff established, but you should change it to Captain Crimson. Texas Cloudtown, another awesome dude. Go check out his channel. And I'm here to promote my friends. Yeah, go check out his channel. On Saturdays, they do the Weekend Wisdom. For some reason, I can't even say that. Go check it out. They talk advocacy. They talk all sorts of things. He's over there with Mr. Shane Oakley, and just there it is, Coil building. Yeah, pretty much. Coil building, it's another thing of like, it keeps you calm. Over the weekend, me and Texas like sat down. I was showing him how to Clapton coils and stuff, because like he never really went deep into coil building when he first started vaping. Then he quit vaping. Then he came back to vaping, and what's it called? He left right as round wire stuff was like the thing. So it was one of those things, Vaping Bubba, what's up, brother? How's it going? I know she needs food. Like, sadly enough, she's like, what, 30 to 45 minutes away from me? So I can't just like be there right now. But she'll be home soon, and we'll get something delicious, because we like to eat. We have our things, and we like to eat them. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, my wife knits too. Stress relief. She also crochets. She does amazing work. If you guys have seen any of the hats and stuff I wear during the winter, those are all hers. Let me see. DIY period is Zen time. Uncle Addy. Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. That's the thing, and that's where it is one of those things. Oh God. Okay, I just read that last comment. That is one of the things. I mean, that's what we're talking about. It's vaping is a healthier alternative. I mean, the article I just read also gives a link to the RCGP, which is the Royal College of General Practitioners, and they talk about what their thoughts on vaping are, they mention a little bit about how there's still some research to be done there, but there has been enough research to prove that it is a healthier alternative, that it is something for the better. I don't know, Nick Garrity, if you're still here, Thick Nick, trying to remember what that saying is. Like, I know we say that vaping is 95% safer, but I know you said that there's a way to reword that, and I've been thinking about this for a while, and I've been meaning to ask you like crazy, but 95% safer. If there's a different way that you put it to where it sounds a little bit different, but it still gives the same exact message. Alrighty, so yeah, let's see what else. What else did I have up here? Okay, this one came out yesterday. It is on Vape News by John Castle. It says Scott Gottlieb, former commissioner of U.S. The name of it is Scott Gottlieb, Missteps, but a Path Forward. That's the name of the article. Raven, for my Wi-Fi, I'm always on the menu. Let's see. Dr. Scott Gottlieb, former commissioner of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, released an opinion piece through the Wall Street Journal on Tuesday, June 25th, 2019. In it, he describes his personal perspective on the rise of the vapor industry. He also describes the challenges as well as the benefits of the rise of that industry, and how the FDA under his leadership had oriented itself in order to maximize the benefit while overcoming the challenge. The piece is interesting for many reasons, but not least of all because Dr. Gottlieb seems to take an unexpectedly and most welcome measure and level-headed approach to balancing the needs of adult smokers against the problem of underage vaping. And while we might take an issue with Dr. Gottlieb's overestimating how severe the problem is, for instance, a blog, Tobacco Truth, has recalculated the numbers to be more accurate. In so doing, has demonstrated that in actuality, only 0.6% of the nation's 14.8 million high school students vape, but have never smoked. Even-handed response by Gottlieb has nevertheless impressed the cause for hope among adult vapors. Let's see. Channel 6 News in Georgia and South Carolina are doing stories about vaping, full of how scary vape is. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, it's one of those things of, sadly enough, as much as people don't want to admit it, everybody in this country runs their own agenda. Whether they say they're standing up for this or that, in the end, it's because somebody else is paying somebody else, or there is something to gain from something, whether it's notoriety, whether it's monetarily. It's just everybody has something to gain from all sorts of things. And yes, I am all yours, Mrs. Clownett. We have a binding contract. But so it just turns into a very, very sordid thing where, a lot of misinformation is being pushed out and we're having to combat it constantly. And I mean, even Gottlieb, he's showing like a turn of ideology, but I feel that while he was in office, he was being pressured to do certain things, being told to do certain things. I mean, honestly, when he went into office, we all thought that he was going to be the ultimate good that would find some balance or something that would work for both sides, and how it would actually be an overall okay at least. And, because the dude came from vaping. He actually had a vaping company he had to give up going into office. And it's one of those things of like, how can somebody that worked in the vape industry actually do something like that, Yes, I behave. But it's just one of those weird things of just politicians, politics, and all sorts of things like that just kind of turned into a bigger issue than they need to be, or they get misled in information. That's awesome, man. Try it. Hopefully you can, and hopefully they don't edit you to make you look like a piece of trash. Because that's the thing. Like it gets very dangerous. Is that editing is an amazing thing. If they're doing a live, it works out better. But uh, editing is an amazing tool that can make you look like a complete jackass or like a complete hero, just depending on how they do it. Let me see. Near 60% of Americans believe vaping is more harmful than smoking. I assume you meant smoking, Addy. And yes, and that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people think that. I mean, that or they think it is smoking. There's just a lot of misconceptions on there that just keep getting pushed and pushed, and there's just no. It's just been like an uphill battle constantly. I mean, a lot of people always look at us as that whole idea of, why would you trade one bad habit for another? And it's like, do you understand this is actually a better habit? And if I don't even know. It just turns into one of those things where it's just kind of a pain just to try to get through to somebody that just doesn't really care to hear it to begin with. So there's just a lot of things. Dude, you're good. Addy Tooney, you're good, bro. You're good. Trust me. Ask my wife about my texting. And you will know. Yeah, and that's the thing right there, as DIY Down Under said. Gottlieb probably went into it with the best of intentions, and then Big Pharma just started pulling strings and saying what people needed to say. And I mean, they still continue to. A lot of people always want to talk about Big Tobacco, and yeah, Big Tobacco really isn't entirely on our side, but with the fact that they've been buying up companies here and there, you kind of want to assume that they want for it. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I have like weird tinfoil hat moments where, like, Big Tobacco buys up more companies. They probably have a bigger stake in vaping, and they probably would give a bigger shit for it. But in the same turn, if they start buying everything up, they could just shut the whole bitch down and just let it die, and it'll be buried somewhere. So that's like where the tinfoil hat kind of comes on, where like I am not an entirely trusting person, and I don't know how far I can trust them on that. Or even then, what if they become the only avenue for vaping? What's to say they won't adulterate the liquids the way they did cigarettes, So there's an ultimate evil in that one. Big Pharma is another one where they're losing out money every year. Every year that goes by and more people convert to vaping, they're losing out on money. So it just turns into a full-on battle from all sorts of sides. And that's like the silly thing where, like, what is it, the Orange Initiative or the Tobacco Free Kids or whatever those fuckheads are called? They're being paid by big pharmaceutical companies to say what they're saying, and to throw all this misinformation and do the stupid music video with that guy yelling out nicotine, which I found it offensive as a vapor and I found it offensive as a metalhead. It was silly and it was funny all at the same time, but I found it offensive. Sorry, that was a little whistly. It's been kind of whistly. But yeah. Let me see. What else did I have? I didn't really get that many things going on here. It's like one more, but I was reading through it. It just makes very little sense, and I just feel like I don't have much of an opinion on it. So, yeah, I'm going to just let that die. I was going to show you guys that video of the Royal College of General Practitioners thing, but if anything, just go check it out for yourselves. Please go look into it. And here, I'm going to share to you guys the link real quick. Seriously, go check out that video. They talk about like what their plans are for the future when it comes to vaping in the UK, what their feelings are, and what information is out there, what isn't out there, and all that kind of thing. So it is what it is. Boy bands offend you, but you're okay with heavy metal. You know what thing, like what I don't get is they keep talking about how we're making like child appealing content, when it comes to like vaping and this and that. Like, we make child appealing content, things that appeal. But then they put out a fucking commercial with puppets, with motherfucking puppets, telling you that vaping is bad. And I'm like, okay, so you're gonna use child appealing things, but then you want to like point the finger at us. How about you point the finger at yourself first? If you really want to get a message across, how about you actually talk to children like they actually understand what the fuck you're saying? Especially, I mean, the major issue tends to be teens. Teens actually have like at least some level of comprehension. Whether they actually follow through with it or not, that's a whole different thing. Because fuck, I remember being a teenager. I remember being, and I'm not really outgrown it entirely because fuck, I'm rebellious as all shit. But at the same time, kids, you know, they look at adults as authority figures and they want to challenge it because that's just how teens work. That's how their minds work. So, I don't know, those are my thoughts on that one. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it. I seriously appreciate all of you guys hanging out and hanging out with me and coming on chat and all that kind of thing. It's been a fun show. Yeah. So let me see. Go check out clownvapes.com. I have clown coils. I am actually working on a couple more things I want to add to the site as of now. And was it Mr. J's Vapor Solution, which, yeah, I actually still have a little bit on this bottle, but yeah, that's my e-liquid line. If you guys want to go check that out, I still have all sorts of hardware and things like that. And yeah, go check out Vaping with the Ohmies over at the Vaping with the Ohmies channel on Mondays at 7 p.m. Hopefully this coming week works out and all that kind of thing. Then Wolf Bite on Vape Radio, 12 on Saturdays and 9 p.m. all Central Standard Time on Sundays. And then replays on SoundCloud. We're still kind of working on that. And tomorrow you guys will see episode 32 here on my channel. So if you guys want to see our goofy faces and the weird faces we make, since I know like radio, you don't get to see our expressions and things like that. It just turns into one of those weird things of like me and Frank tend to like we'll do like our during the show we'll do our buffet, but we actually do this still out of just plain habit. We still show it to the camera, so I was like, we should probably just be recording this and like posting it and things like that. So yeah, yes, hashtag adults like flavors also for sure. All right, guys, I appreciate you stopping by, and catch you guys next week. And let's see, as always, mix on, vape on.